My number one takeaway from this tour is that Jaffa cakes go hard because they're not a biscuit. My flight to the US leaves in less than 15 hours. This seemed like the right time to do the tour wrap-up video. I have been out here for a total of 65 days. Tomorrow's the 66th. And in that time, I've had 8 full shows, an extended open mic, 14 other open mic nights, and 2 open stages in Italy. Two of the other open stages didn't work out, and then the show in Clone and Kitty that I thought was in Cork didn't happen. The actual level of expenses for the tour is more than I want to calculate right now, but the short version is that I'll have about $7,000 in additional credit card debt to pay off, and I got to come up with money for rent and all that too. So I'll be working constantly doing Uber, Lyft, Sporkle, Fiverr for voiceover work, user testing, and then spending a couple hours a day doing improving my skill set and applying for jobs. And as soon as I have some money saved up, I'll get my hair cut and shave. But right now, this beard is growing on me. I'll be staying with family very briefly when I get back, and then be staying at nightly Airbnbs until I have money saved up for rent again. At this point, I anticipate it's probably going to be a couple months before I have my own place. So I'll be focused heavily on all that, but at this moment, I'll be focusing on my favorite moments on the tour. And simply put, those favorite moments were when I got to meet people who had been commenting on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or all of the above for years and never got to meet them in person because I live so far away. So being able to make those connections was absolutely incredible. Also, of course, there was an incredible amount of stunning scenery, which you can see in some of these short videos that I made, or for the music video for Move the World, or Highly Irregular. I will also specifically mention Theater am Gleis, which means theater on tracks, because it's right by the train station. I felt like Cher, because backstage they had mirrors set up because it's a theater, and they had snacks for me. So just felt like a true rock star, again, like Cher. And I won't go too deep in this review because I've gone more in depth with some of my longer form videos on the tour updates earlier, but I will just say a few things. Because I was very budget conscious, I was never really near the city centers. It usually took me about an hour to get to where I wanted or needed to go. So I get to experience more of daily life and seeing how people, just go through their daily life here, as opposed to feeling like a tourist. Even though I was a tourist, I never once felt like I was on vacation. This was always about touring and obviously experiencing things and meeting people and being able to have conversations in Italian with Italian people while I was in Italy was amazing. Studying for the 8 months beforehand to learn enough Italian to do that was very rewarding. And walking as much as I have means that I've lost about 15 pounds in the last 2 months. It may even be 20 or 25. And I have taken to saying succeeding slowly instead of failing. Speaking of differences in languages, there are obviously a lot of differences between American English and British English. The one that kind of stands out to me the most is these doors that say WC on them to mean bathroom. I looked it up, and when I found out that WC means water closet, I actually went, what? I never looked up the origin, but it hurt my head for a minute in a pleasant way. I may look it up at some point, or I may not. Feel free to leave a comment if you know the actual derivation of water closet, where they came up with that phrase. Okay, that's really about it. If you want to see more of my daily tour updates, you can watch more of my short form videos because I show a bunch of places that I've been and kind of summarize what happened in shorter daily life. And I have a few more of those videos that I still need to edit. I just haven't had time to do so. I'm also working on the official music video for Laoghaire, which is short for lack of communication. And if you'd like to help support my music and get me on to the next steps of having a home again, you can feel free to like and subscribe and become a member on YouTube, or buy my music at missionman.bandcamp.com, or buy some of my merch at missionman.net. You can also leave a super thanks, add my music to your playlist, and binge watch my channel, and or share my music with your friends. Thank you very much, and have an absolutely incredible 2025.